Om Swastiastu. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I'm honored to meet you here. Let me introduce myself. My name is Putu Putri Denalaksmi. I am from Indonesia. In this opportunity, I would like to present our research. The title is Development of the Classroom Assessment Test Based on the Higher Order Thinking Skill by Nikatut Widyartini and I, Putu Putri Denalaksmi. First, I would like to explain you about the introduction. Implementing learning activity that can grow the competence of the student and support for an assessment system that is able to measure the achievement of the learning implementation in the 21st century is needed, namely an assessment system that adopt international standard assessment model that are able to measure the competence of the student. To train the critical thinking student must be encouraged to answer the question related to the first, determining the consequence of discussion or event, and the second, identifying the assumption used in the statement, and the third, formulating problem point, and the fourth, finding bias based on the different point of view, and the fifth, relevant the cause of an event, and the sixth, selecting factors that support a discussion. To the assessment of learning outcome that is expected in the additional to being able to measure the competence is also expected to help students to improve their higher order thinking skill, because the high order thinking skill can encourage students to think broadly and deeply. So that assessment instrument which is used in the assessment system must be able to measure and foster the ability to think critically, creatively, innovating, and solve problems, the ability to adapt to the environment and the technology, the ability to make discussion, as well as strong and positive character in the student. In developing a good instrument to measure the critical thinking skill, the preparation of the assessment instrument using an interpretation assessment approach. Assessment with an interpretive approach is an assessment or assessment with an interpretive approach is an assessment use that encourage students to use reading material, graphic, table, picture, and other material to answer the question. The importance of the high order thinking skill based an assessment instrument that by gradually giving a prototype test that was developed to measure higher order thinking skill, there was an increase in the students' thinking skill. This means that high order thinking skill based tests can approve higher order thinking skill. Based on the description above, a study is needed to develop an assessment instrument that is able to measure the student ability in the higher order thinking skill, increase creativity, and boost student independence in the solving problems. Therefore, this study aims to describe to develop step and quality of the test based on the higher order thinking skill. The second, I would like to explain you about the method and technique. This research is a research development using the Borg and Gall model. The